Hey everybody out there in Facebook world and Kotaku fandom. This is Stephen Totilo, editor-in-chief of the site. I'm with Jason Schreier, our news editor. Say hi,
Hello.
Jason.
How's it going?
We're playing Metroid Prime Federation Force, one of the more controversial releases from Nintendo in a while. This is nothing like previous Metroid games. We're going to do a local co-op mission, just the second mission of the game, but I figure people might want to see what it's like since this game has had such a controversial build up. It just came out last Friday. We're gonna Jason and I are gonna do a local multiplayer, but first we're gonna customize, which is not just paint jobs. Although I'll just run you through a few paint jobs here of my mech. We are playing as Space Marines. I could be a candy striped, or excuse me, peppermint Space Marine. I unlocked the pig, the little piggy skin, which is weird. Like, why would you make your mech look like a pig? I don't know. But okay, let's be special ops. So it'll be special ops. Now, cosmetic customization, who cares? This is a multiplayer-centric game, though, and it's a very strategic one. And the strategy comes in when Jason and I both go into our customization mode and look at our respective mods. These are the things that we can add to our mech. Now, Jason has just started playing the game. So, Jason, how many slots do you have open?
I have one slot.
Just one slot. And it tells, what does it tell you for the second slot? How many?
It unlocks 3 medals.
Okay. So you get medals for doing well in missions. I have 3 slots unlocked because I've beaten the entire game. And I have dozens and dozens of mods. Do you have a lot of mods, Jason?
No, I have 4.
It's 4. It's kind of sad.
Really sad.
Yeah. There's a
Really
mod here
pathetic.
we can't use called Lone Wolf that you only use if you're playing solo. It's grayed out. Otherwise, and it allows you to have double damage and take half the damage from enemies, which gives you at least a fighting chance to play solo. But this game is meant to be played co-op. So right now, I'm going to take this one out, capacity boost, which will make sense in a little bit. But how about I give myself the ability to, what would be cool? What would you guys like to see? Well, it depends on what things they let me go in with. So I'm going to be taking some droids in with me, assault drones rather. So I'm going to make them more potent. And I have armed as well the auto revive, which I'm going to take it out. I needed that when I was fighting very difficult boss battles. I don't think we're fighting a very difficult boss battle. How about my decoy? If I have a decoy in the game, it'll shoot fire. And then a supercharger, which will make my gun more powerful. Jason, what are you modding? What are you going on?
I don't really have many options, so I just went with the more powerful shot.
More
Like a
powerful
20%
shot.
boost to
Yeah.
my power shot.
Oh, whoops. I just accidentally deleted one of my mods. Here, the armor one. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, folks. It's Monday morning, and I am using that as my excuse. Where'd it go? Shield stabilizer. Oh, there we go. Drone plating. Assault drones, too. There's a scarcity thing, so mods with 2 notches are more powerful. These come up as pickups in the game. They'll be like treasure chest kind of things, and they'll be in one of a few different possible preset locations. You go in and to those locations, you get some sort of mod. You find out what it is later on. But this is good enough customization for now, and let's back up. Let's get ready to go. Up to 4 people can play. I'll mark myself as ready. Jason's already ready, and we are going to go into the mission.
I've been ready for a long time, Steven.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to explain to the people how this game works. So Samus Aran, the protagonist, the hero of the Metroid series, she's a background player in the game, and she doesn't even show up at this point so early on. We're going to the second planet of 3 planets. There's missions spread across all 3. It's they're telling a story, so you do play the missions in order. In fact, when you're playing multiplayer, and one of the reasons we're only playing the second mission of the game, you can only play missions that both players have unlocked. And in this case, Jason has only played through the first mission, so he can only access the first 2, maybe the first 3 missions.
Yeah, just the first 2.
Okay.
I skipped this cutscene, by the way.
Well, the people are looking at the cutscene. Planet should be abandoned, scorching planet, so take freeze weapons. You'll see some of the weapon and terminology and whatever of the games. So yeah, because it's such an early mission, such a baby mission, there's not even a lot of items. So like that decoy mod I took was useless and I don't actually need it. But I can take a freeze beam. I can take some missiles. Look on the right here on the lower screen and you see this is my weight capacity. So I'm picking what I'm going to take in with me. And again, if this were early on in the game, I wouldn't have as much weight capacity, and I would have to decide, well, do I really want to carry missiles, or more missiles, or do I want to carry more healing items? Jason, hit one of the gray packs up top, and that'll allow you to take a drone with you. Yeah, there you go. Close. You almost had it.
Sure.
If we look on the top screen, you can see the loadouts that Jason has versus me. So we're both taking a drone. We're both taking one healing pack. I'm going to take another one. Jason, are you maxed out in terms of weight?
Yeah.
Okay. So I can
took a
carry
bunch
more.
of freeze shots.
And I'm actually going to go back in here, and I'm not taking a decoy in. I'm getting rid of that, and instead, I think I have a mod. I have mods that increase fire, permafrost, increase how long enemies stay frozen by 25%. So yeah, let's take that mod in. A lot of this strategizing, customization is not really that important in the early missions, but trust me, when you get to the way more difficult missions, it is essential. We've only been given a set amount of things we can take into the mission, so when these are red X'd out, that means that we have taken all that is being offered to us, and we go in. So imagine preparing for a tough boss battle. You know you're going in, you know that you're going to need a lot of freeze beams and super missiles, so one player's loading up on one thing. Super missiles weigh a lot. Other players might need something else. They'll play the healer, somebody else will play more the tank. I have like cool special abilities that let me, like if I drop a shield, I can then take the shield and I can have the shield electrify people if they touch the shield. So the controls, I'm playing on a new 3DS, so I have the ability to aim with the right analog nub, and I'm actually going to lock on with the secondary shoulder button here on the left. So there's actually 2 shoulder buttons on the new 3DS on each side. So there's a lock on, shooting is there. I scroll through here. So everything is kind of happening on the upper part of the controls. And then you have, once you're locked on, you can do a little bit of free aim. The alternate way that you control this, it's teaching you that, and people may recognize this from Blast Ball, which is the sports game that Nintendo released as sort of a demo for this, for Federation Force, that they had a whole thing going on with shooting balls. It's like a Rocket League kind of thing, but as a shooter. The lasers that you're seeing get shot are from the drones that are also coming with us. Frame rate in the game is extremely good. The level of detail of the graphics is a little bit lacking. So here's probably a hidden thing over there. So let's check that out. So I have my freeze beam, so I'll shoot that, freeze that, charge it up, and there's the mod.
Nice. So you both get it, or just you?
We divide them up at the end.
Oh,
so
right.
Remember we played that first mission?
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is a sign here that we might have put up. Well, let's fight these guys. Yeah, the difficulty level stuff is going to look a little mismatched here because.
So we gotta shoot that ball?
Yeah.
Get it moving?
You have to hit the thing on the other side. Remember the way they taught you in the first part of this?
There we go.
Hold on.
Nice. Sports.
Exactly, sports.
Metroid sports, at last.
Yeah, the shooting the ball thing comes up in a few missions. This is if I remember correctly, this is one of the quieter, more puzzle-oriented missions. This is before a lot of the main enemies show up in the game. So this is as close as the game ever gets to feeling like a classic Metroid game. And if you're thinking, well, it's not very close, yeah, well, it doesn't really get that close to it. But it's like, excuse me, it's a little bit of like exploring an abandoned place kind of deal.
Do you think that people would be higher on this game if they hadn't called it Metroid?
I like that it takes place in the Metroid universe. Having played enough of it, I think they use that lore and that lore pretty well. I think you need to get another ball to come down.
Yeah,
these
I'm
enemies killed it.
Yeah.
But maybe they shouldn't have called it Metroid Prime Federation Force, because really you call something Metroid Prime and people think you're going to get a game that's Metroid Prime-ish. So
yeah,
even just calling it Metroid Federation Force might have been better.
Yeah.
What do you think they should have called it?
I don't know. I mean, it feels like a totally different series, really. They should have just made it a new IP.
Why?
I don't know. Make it.
What's wrong with having some other adventure in the Metroid?
Because
world?
Metroid has certain connotations that, like, I don't know.
This is annoying here.
Oh, what did I
We
just
gotta
land
get
up?
it to get away from the wall. Oh, there we go. There we go.
I just jumped on this platform for some
So
reason.
did you do the boost thing we do?
Yeah.
Did you get a thing for it?
Did I get no?
Yeah, if you do the jump pad thing.
I just went on that jump pad, on this one here.
Yeah, but see that thing over there? See this?
No. Wait, hold on. Where are you pointing?
See where I'm shooting? So can you get down there?
Um,
I'll revive you if you die.
where is it? I don't
It
see
should be
what.
below you.
It's very hard. The camera. This is very hard to get the hang of.
Are you using the motion control scheme or the?
The motion control scheme. Oh,
Oh.
well, I just fell into the lava.
Uh-oh.
Whatever. Let's just keep going. Oh, there it is. Okay. I got
There
it.
we go. Little double jump action right there from Jason Schreier.
Now
what?
Should I jump down?
Yeah, if you hold the jump button, you'll
Oh,
hover.
no.
Hover.
Too late.
Hover.
Too late.
Yeah, you can hover if you just hold jump. So jump, double jump, and then hover. Yeah, there we go. And then here, come over. So Jason, you're low on health.
Okay.
So I'll show the people. I'm gonna shoot out a little health capsule, and then you walk into that, and you're healed.
Cool.
So the guy from whatchamacallit, Game Explain, who I played the game with for review, he had a mod that made it so that anytime he threw a health pack at me, it also repaired him. So our strategy was always for him to get all the health packs and then throw them in there, and then me to grab them.
So the game
and
gets
then-
hard.
And then it would heal both of us. The game gets super hard.
Okay.
Yeah. We were like, we kept dying on missions again and again, and then like cheering and like bonding over just like sweating our way, barely surviving through some really tough missions.
Yeah, I feel like Nintendo would have gotten like so much, or wouldn't have lost so much goodwill if they just made this a new IP where you play co-op and.
Or if they just bothered to make any proper Metroid game in the last 6 years. or
Right,
even
that's also part of
indicated
it.
I mean, they could have said, yes, we're also working on a classic Metroid. Their secondary objects, don't let any spheres explode, or I think we already screwed that one up.
Oh.
So this is like, I guess we can divide and conquer
Wait, these
here.
things? Because I already shot those like intentionally.
No, those are like crates.
Oh.
So we have to get, there's 4 spheres, we have to get them in the 4 spots. So you want to handle the ones on your side,
Sure.
and I'll handle the ones on my side? All right. I've got like a ledge and I'm walking down where like things are trying to push me off the ledge. What do you have on your end?
Just I'm walking in a straight line.
Walking in a straight line. Good luck, man. Good luck.
It's tough. This game's really tricky. I got a mod.
Nice. I got a little notification that you got that. We also have our scores kept while we're playing, and there's a slight advantage to being the player with the better score. You get scores for doing various combos, so it's better to like freeze a guy and then kill him than to just shoot him. It's better to kill a guy with a charge shot than a regular shot.
Okay, I got 1 sphere.
All right,
Yeah.
nicely done.
So now I have to go find the other, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, my problem, as I mentioned to you the first time we played this, my problem is that the controls really hurt my hands after I've been playing for a few minutes.
I almost got shot off there. Oh boy, these guys are gonna kill me. All right. All right.
Where do you know
get
where
3
the other
medals
sphere is?
So you should just check the
Oh,
map,
this
Jason.
way.
If you hit the second thing, you get a zoomed in map,
Oh, right, okay.
and that.
No, I found it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can already feel my hands cramping. I can't imagine how you played this for super long.
All right, so I've got a thing where I can. There's an unbridgeable gap, so I'm shooting to make the ball roll down and then bounce off this moving bumper. Bad.
Jeez, this thing is finicky. So to get it over like a ledge, I have to do a power shot, right?
Terrible. All right, folks coming in late, we're playing Metroid Prime Federation Force, the controversial new Metroid spin-off from Nintendo. Jason Schreier is with me, Stephen Totilo, and we are working our way through the second level of the game, so kind of a baby level where they're just teaching you some basic moves. And what we covered already was the extensive customization options in terms of loadouts that allow you to be more potent when you come into the mission.
This sphere is really pissing me
We are
off.
trying to get 4 spheres into 4 sockets, which is one of the most elaborate puzzles in the entire game. They don't really do a whole lot of this kind of puzzle stuff.
So I'm trying to get this
yeah.
over that ledge with power shots, but it's just not going.
You got to shoot low. You remember the whole precision aiming thing? Oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Well, now you're in my way.
No, time to do it again. That one blew up.
How did that happen?
I think you probably shot it too many times.
Huh.
Here, I'll get it for you.
Okay.
All right, one more ledge. I got it. I think I got it.
Okay.
There we go. Oh no, enemies though. So where is the open spot? And we're in. 4 spheres in. Open the gate. Yeah, so my favorite mission in the game involves
Boss?
mini boss, something. So many repair packs. I don't need them.
I just
guy
froze
with
it.
Missiles. So folks may have noticed I just got bonus points because I shot the guy with missiles while they were frozen.
Man, the system was not designed for first-person shooters.
No, but I got used to the these controls. They would feel good for like an hour, and then it would feel a little rotten. But yeah, this would have worked a lot better if there was a proper second circle pad
Yeah.
in the game.
How long did it take you to beat the whole game?
20 hours, I think,
'Kay.
for the whole thing.
How many
There's
missions are there?
20-something missions. So yeah, they noticed there's something weird about this altar, and that plays into something that happens later in the game. There's little computer terminals. That's not what that is. Oh, this is something I have to pick up, right? Right, we're investigating this technology. Looks like one of those Jedi training spheres. So yeah, my favorite mission in the game, you actually have to get all 3 players. I was playing with 2 other people. We all got knocked out of our mech suits.
Uh-huh.
So we were just little space marines, and you're much smaller. And you're like in these underground caves, and there's these and you're in these underground caves, and it's initially none of you have your suits, and you're extremely vulnerable to everything. You have no weapons, and then I guess sort of randomly you come upon the first of the mech suits. And so one player is in his mech suit, and he's able to shoot and fight enemies, but the other 2 players have to kind of cower and go through small passageways. And then eventually the second player finds his mech suit, and so then it's 2 people who can shoot, but I was the guy who didn't have a mech suit yet, so I was just kind of running around, like, trying to survive, and there were like little bridges I could take that they were too big to go on. It was a really interesting dynamic, because the 2 players were powerful, and I was really weak. And then eventually I got my mech suit, and so we were all powerful, and that was cool. I'm actually going to, after this, jump ahead to one mission that's later in the game. I'll just play it solo and show people some of it.
Cool.
So people can get a sense of the variety. But I think we're about to warp our way out of this mission. Or
Yeah,
fly
is this
out.
the end? There's no boss?
No, it's the second mission of the game, so it's really basic.
Cool.
It was just teaching you the basic mechanics. So Folks, that's Metroid Prime Federation Force, just the second mission. And as everybody thought, nothing remotely like a Metroid game.
Nope.
But like I was saying, eventually Samus Aran does show up and communicate with you, and you can see there's things like freeze beams and other stuff like that. All right, so we see the scores of the players. There was a secondary objective. If we had gotten to that, that would have given us points. If we'd achieved that, if we'd reached the mission goal time, that would have also helped, and you could get more medals that way. So you may recall, those who've been watching the stream from the beginning, that Jason could unlock a second mod chip customization slot once he has 3 medals.
Right, I just got a second.
He got 1 medal for that, and then we can pick through the mods. So since I had the higher score, I can pick first.
It's like a draft. This is like fantasy football.
I'm going to skip my turn because I have a ton of stuff already, so I don't need any of these, so he can take whatever he wants. Jason, I'm going to let you have all the mods.
Cool. I'll never use them, but thanks.
You don't think you're going to play any more of this game?
No.
You
Hurts
like
my hands
Destiny,
too
man.
much.
These levels are like Destiny right
Destiny, I play with a controller that feels comfortable.
So you think the controls are really the
Yeah.
deal breaker for you?
Yeah.
Would you try the other control scheme?
No, I did. I
Jupiter?
tried both.
You tried the other control scheme, folks, is where he would have been tilting to look up and down in first person mode, and otherwise you use the circle pad to look left and right and up, and otherwise move forward and back.
But yeah, I'm not as sold on this as you are.
Well, you didn't play the whole game with other people, which
That's true.
is awesome when you play with other folks.
That's true.
And you figure out the teamwork stuff, especially in the hairier moments. So yeah, I'm gonna Jason, just hang out a bit, I guess, and I'm gonna show people a more complicated mission. Would you like to continue playing? I'm gonna say no, which I think will drop Jason.
Okay.
And then we'll just look at the very beginning of one more mission. What should we do? Oh. I think, yeah, let's do mission 9, which is Blender. Just for fun, we'll go into hard mode, which, spoiler, is something that unlocks when the game is over, when you finish the game the first time. And to customize, since I'm going in by myself, I am going to switch out. Yeah, definitely want the assault rounds to be powered up. I don't care about that. And I'll give myself an auto revive. So I'm playing pretty defensively here. Actually, no, I'll bring in, I will bring in the better drones this time. So I'll bring in an ice decoy. Right, ice decoy, so better drones, better decoys, and more powerful weapons and shielding. And here we go. Jason, do you buy the whole idea that Nintendo doesn't think Metroid is a viable franchise? There's all these people try to figure out like why it's been so neglected, and they think
I
that,
guess
like,
so. I mean,
it doesn't sell as well as game X or game Y, but
yeah.
I don't know if I buy that.
I don't know. It's really hard to tell because they had Retro working on the Donkey Kong Country games for the entire Wii U generation, and those sold pretty well, probably better than a Metroid Prime game would have. But I don't know. I've never felt like Nintendo makes their software developing decisions just based on sales. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or at least I feel like they support other franchises that sell worse than
Yeah,
this.
they're still making like Box Boy games.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Of course, it probably doesn't cost as much to make a Box Boy game. So
That's true.
for this mission, folks, you may notice that since I'm going solo, I'm allowed to take in 3 drones. I'm going to load up my own repair capsules and missiles and freeze. I am nearing the limit on weight capacity. The decoys are good. I'll just, I'll drop one of the freezes. Nope, still can't. Maybe you need to drop one of the missiles. Let's see. So now I can take it. Now if we look up top, I'm taking 2 decoys, 6 freeze beams, 3 missiles, 3 repair packs. Let's drop 1 repair pack and pick up 1 missile instead. Oh, I could take another missile. So I didn't max out anything other than the drones. I think we'd have the same amount of options if I was playing with a second or third person. I played this level with 2 people, with 1 other person. So we went in as a duo. I think this one takes place on the same planet of Bion, so you'll see some similarity and similar architecture. There's an ice planet, and there's more of like a high-tech planet. The environments don't look nearly as impressive as the ones in the Metroid Prime games. And as I was saying before, early on, I think it's partially a byproduct of the fact that they are trying to keep a good frame rate and allow there to be 4 characters running around that are all controlled by people. At least that's what I'm assuming. So the deal here is that I'm going to push 1. If I was really good, I would be pushing 2 of these carts down these train tracks and hoping that they don't get destroyed in a storm that comes rolling through. So here comes the storm. I will at least make sure, yeah, are the tracks clear? Yes. If you look at on the lower screen, you'll see the storm beginning to blow in, so that's that red band. And I want to make sure that I don't stay outside. In fact, I should back this up so that the door closes. And if you look through the, whoops, I don't want to do that. If you look through the window here, you'll see that the storm looks pretty nasty out there. The sky goes orange and red. You see kind of lightning strikes. Yep, there we go. And boulders. So some good atmospherics. Oh, and this thing just got knocked in. Jason, what's your 3DS gaming like these days? What are you playing on the system?
I haven't played a 3DS game in a while. I'm playing.
You're Vita guy.
Well, I mean, it just happens to be that most of the games that I want to play are on Vita these days. Although the new Phoenix Wright is coming out pretty soon, so I will be spending a lot of time with that.
I think this sky looks nice. Oh, here I can. Oh, this train. Yeah, let's make the track go the correct way. Yeah, I'm so behind on the Phoenix Wrights, Jason, but I think I'm just going to skip the old ones and jump right to the new one.
Yeah, I mean, I'll let you know after I play it. I should be getting a code pretty soon. I'll let you know if it's worth just jumping, if like this is a good entry point. Because the last game was actually a really good entry point, and you could start with that.
Yeah, and I have that one saved on my 3DS. I just never started it.
It's great.
So it's pretty easy at first. You just push the cart through, and this next shelter is long enough that you could move 2 carts in at once. I'm going to scout ahead. And notice on my lower screen, in fact, if we zoom in, you can see there are space pirates. So they're the main antagonists of the game.
Space pirates?
Yeah.
Where's Mother Brain?
What's that?
Where's Mother Brain?
I don't. You want me to spoil everything in the game?
No.
Yeah, this is definitely part of the Metroid saga. There's things that happen in this game that could have consequences in future Metroid games. There's a post-credits tease that suggests where they might go next with the series. So here comes a storm. So I need.
Is it cool? Are you excited about it?
The tease, no, not really. I mean, I would just be excited for there to be more games in this universe. And at this point, I liked Federation Force enough that I would be happy to play another one of these as well. But I just don't want that to be the only thing that happens with Metroid anymore. I would like there to be 2D Metroid games. I'd love there to be another proper Samus Aran starring Metroid Prime.
I'm sure there will be. I'm sure there will be on the NX, and that it'll be a big selling point, and they'll make a whole big thing out of it.
Maybe we'll find out about it next month if there really is a Nintendo event next month.
Yeah.
So we wait for the storm to blow through, and then we're going to push back through. For those just joining us, this is Metroid Prime Federation Force. Stephen Totilo, editor-in-chief of the site, with Jason Schreier, the news editor, and we've taken a break from our other duties today to show you guys a bit about how this very controversial Metroid spin-off plays. And right now I'm soloing through a mission. Jason and I did a co-op mission, a real baby early mission that was more of a puzzle thing than a battle. In this case, in this mission, I'm escorting this train, or this tram, whatever you want to call it, through this storm-filled planet, hoping the space pirates do not sabotage. I'm going to throw out my decoy. Folks who like Samus Aran, you're going to like this. Well, there she is. The ice-powered Samus decoy right there.
Nice.
Check that out. So I'm playing in hard mode, which, as best I can tell, doesn't change the number of enemies, but just changes their potency. Here comes another storm. And I'm going to pretty much wind it down from here, but you got to see 1 and maybe 1/4 of missions of Metroid Prime Federation Force. I would say that if you like co-op shooters, if you like raids in Destiny, if you like Left 4 Dead, you should consider this game. Hopefully the little bit we showed you of co-op gave you some sense of how that might work. But trust me, it gets very difficult, and I'm going to die here. It gets very difficult, and that's part of the fun, is strategizing your way through a mission and figuring out with people how best can we customize our mechs and have the most effective strategy going in. And yeah, I think it's worth trying, but if you only like Metroid for it being single player, mysterious, everything that all of the previous Metroids were, except I guess Metroid Prime Hunters, then you'd be in for disappointment. But if you want to try something that's more of a cool co-op shooter, and Jason, the other caveat would be you need to have hands that can tolerate the controls,
Yeah.
right?
You can't have carpal tunnel syndrome like I do.
If you're suffering from carpal tunnel syndrome, stay away. Otherwise, this is a surprisingly cool game. It's fun to see Nintendo try new things. So there you go, Metroid Prime Federation Force, live streamed on Kotaku, on Facebook. We'll have more live streams for you throughout the week and in the weeks to come. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.